You think we've come to Ballarat to see the Mars factory? No, we've come to Ballarat to talk to Daniel Cassar, Fast Lane Speed Shop. Let's go and check that out after we have a Mars bar. Another cool shop today. Here we are in Ballarat, Fast Lane Speed Shop. Daniel, good to see you again, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
I reckon I've known this guy for about maybe 20, 30 years and built some interesting cars. The first car I remember was the 32, Passion Purple 32.
It was Passion Purple.
How long ago was that?
Close to probably, I was just thinking before when we spoke, probably 18 or 20 years.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah.
And that, back in the day, that was a car that you built to, like, obviously a pretty high standard, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of built it to be a street rod originally, and then when things progress, you get fussier and fussier and change. And
Was that one of your first built or built to that level?
to that level, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
your dad had a
we've
39.
always had many
Yeah.
nice built street cars and fast cars as well as street cars. We've always liked.
You're a bit of a drag racer, aren't you?
Yeah. So we like our cars to drive fast as well as look good. But that car I turned the corner and actually got into more detail in racing. But it's a lot of work and a lot of commitment. So once you do one thing, you've got to keep going. I suppose like drag racing, you can't just have a fast engine. You've got to have everything else behind it.
So what's your sort of favourite thing? Is it drag racing, building cars, just cars in general, I'm guessing?
I've owned so many cars over the years, and people say, how do you sell that? To me, it's about the creation. It's, painting and building and designing and that hunt for that one piece that, especially all the nostalgia stuff, you just want that one piece you can't just buy out of a catalogue. And once you get it, I suppose the thrill's gone, so you find the next bit. And
that's interesting.
That's what it is to me. It's to build
because some people have, like you say, have a car and then they can never sell that. Yeah. But it's the hunt, isn't it? Yeah. And the chase.
I love to build, and then once I've built it and driven it, it's next.
Bring on the next. Yeah. So you've been here quite a few years now. What are you building? Obviously, I see hot rods, street machines.
Yeah, bits of everything. Just this sort of car won't be painted, but we're just doing simple little modifications to the car.
Did you build this car originally?
No.
But you're doing side panels?
So side panels, and we're doing some, I can open that while we're talking. So it's got an old Arden V8 engine.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, So we've made our own top half of the engine because we're converting to EFI and just doing lots of fit-off type stuff.
So you do all this metal work yourself?
Yep.
Yeah. In-house here?
Yeah, we do all that here. Myself and my brother. And, Put away.
And I see sheds. You've got a few sheds here. So try 5 sheds. So
I've got a pair of customers. They're 2 brothers that basically just send us one at a time to go through their collection of cars that they've got.
And you rebuild that like turnkey?
They're right into originality with the modern cons of, nicer brakes and things like that. So we'll keep it as stock as the car can be, build the car to a nicer level in the body and paint, trim, things like that. Nice wiring, just beautiful driving cars. They're not into show cars by any means, but they love quality. They love good quality cars. So.
And what else you got in the build for yourself? When you said you like the chase, so I guess you got something in the build.
Yeah, I've got a few cars still on the go at home. To be honest, I'm actually trying to thin the tree out.
I've heard that before, yeah.
And instead of having a shed full of donkeys, put some good race horses in there. And we're getting there now. I've got a few cars there, 41 wheelies, and still got my steel 3 window that I've been building forever. And 32 roadsters, and there's a bunch there. But my plan is So knowing
you'll have plenty of things on the go. As you say, you like the chase. So what do you got on the go at the moment?
So there's 41 wheelies that I've been building. I've actually got 2 41 wheelies, genuine coupes. So one's still in America getting some work done before bringing it home.
Yeah.
And I've got one here that I've bought as a running concern, but changing the whole style and rebuilding it. And I've still got the old 33, 34 coupe, my 3-window one forever. Yep.
What are you running that? What engine?
Don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
To be honest, that car I did put on hold because the style I would like to build it, which is that 40s, 50s early style skinny Firestones highboy car.
Yeah, yeah.
I get crossed between that and I still love racing, so a fuel coupe with a blown Hemi and big fat tyres. So it'll either have an Olds rocket engine that I already own. I've had Ross Ray's engines build the engine with these new modern alloy heads and stuff on it. It'll make probably 500 horsepower as opposed to, you know, a blown 392 that'll make 1,000 or so. So it's just two different styles, but again, I don't want to have, every car I own is either fast or bad and, you know, owe me a fortune every time I take it out. So I want to keep something sedate and cool.
No, sedate and you don't go hand in hand, mate. I'm just, in case you didn't know.
And I've still got my drag challenge car that I've been working on forever and got that going half good now. We've got a few little problems to sort out with the transmission and we'll definitely get that going.
So mate, knowing you, you will have something for me, for MotorEx. Am I correct?
I will for a change. It's been a long time coming, so I've got a genuine SLR 5000 that I'm restoring.
Good.
And to be honest, after coming to show cars in Melbourne, got talking to a few friends and back to...
That's why you rang me that same week.
I did and said, you know what, I'm going to have a go and see if I can get this car finished. So
awesome.
I reckon we'll be there.
So you're restoring that car, customising it, what?
It's 98% correct.
Yep.
There's still the odd reproduction part on there or things like that that are just, you know, obviously can't get or, but it's pretty much done back to spec. Yep. With a few mods. We've put some L34 touches on it, brake upgrade and things like that. So it's a flared car from dealership after the fact. So it's obviously got things like that done.
Yeah, right. So you're doing that for yourself, for MotorEx to take to the Torana Nationals? What are you doing?
It was a case of I bought this car to put my race engine in. And when I actually went to see the car, I realised that it was an SLR, and being a 5-litre car, I took it home, thought about it for a few weeks, and I thought I'm not going to wreck it, you know, race a good car. So
especially what they
turned it into, again, it's a thrill of the chase, and there's a lot of chasing, restoring a car, as opposed to buying something that you can just buy anything you want from a catalogue.
Yeah, and then just all make parts for it. Yeah, this thing you've got to chase the bits.
It was, find the parts, and you know, you get to meet new people in the whole industry. There's the Monaro world, you've got the Falcon world, you've got Torana world, and it's great. It's been so far, you know, it's been a great build, and excited to get it there. Yeah,
that's good. Well, I look forward to seeing you at MotorEx. But there's something over here I want to have a look at on this this ute you're building. Yep. Can we check that out? So, as I said, this ute, I can see you've done so much metal work and body work and made all these things fit. But I was just
myself and my brother.
Yeah. I was looking at this, and I reckon when I saw it, I think you might have made this. Is that correct?
I did.
So tell me the story. What's?
To be honest, the main thing behind this was we couldn't buy a reproduction one or get a really good original one. We've been looking over the last couple of years that we've been building the car, and we did find Alicraft in the US do make a grill for these, but super expensive. And problem is being aluminium, and this guy does want to drive it pretty much every day.
Yeah. Well, it's soft, it gets stone chips.
So being aluminium, it's just soft, stone chips,
hard to look
damaged.
after.
Yep. And it was a case of maintenance. That's exactly right. And you can chrome them. The chrome doesn't last on alloy over the years. And it was a case of how about we make one? And so we built it all in stainless, and it's nearly finished. We've obviously got to spend some time now and get in and do a final polish on the welds and things. But
that's awesome, mate.
Yeah,
it's really good that we still have shops around Australia that can still do all this sort of metal work like this, make stuff like that. So well done.
Yep.
All right, so good to see you.
Same here, mate.
We're going to catch up with you at MotorEx, and we're going to have a look at your Torana.
Cheers.